Hello friends, Tony here, welcome. In this video I'm going to work again with Filament. I had a comment on YouTube. Can you able to make a video about Apex charts with real data from the database, please? And in this video we are going to work with that. So I have created a project and here is the project. Here's the filament, so let's just close that. So I just created this project. Also I created a products. Here I have create some products here with only the name and the stock, because I'm going to create a widgets for products and also one for users. Here I have created 100 users. As you can see, we have 101 and only 5 products with a stock number. Okay, now let's go to Apex charts and install this plugin, and then let's work with this. So first I'm going to install this in our project. I'm going to open my warp terminal and let's install this, and then we need to register the plugin on the admin panel provider. So let's say plugin Filament Apex Charts plugin. Let's save, and if you have a version 2 of Filament or version 3, you can see the sections here. Then you can make a chart by saying PHP artisan make Filament Apex Charts and specify the name. So let's do that. Let's copy here and let's create a chart. As I told you, one is going to be for the user, and I'm going to filter them by registrations based on the month. So how many users are registered in 1 month, in 11 months, and we're going to show the count. Let's make it bar, and let's say no for now. And also one for the products. So let's say this is going to be a product stock chart. Also bar, and I'm going to open the project, and if I go to dashboard, now we have product chart and user registration chart. This has a fake data. As you can see, we have the same, but let's start and work with that. Let's start with a product stock chart first. So on the Z, let's open that product stock chart. In here, and by default we have a chart ID, product stock chart, and then the widget title, which I'm going to change to be product stock chart. Also we can add protected subheading and not product chart, but I'm going to say current stock. And now let's see on the browser. We have something like this, current stock. Okay, next. You can read more here on the documentation of Apex chart. We have area bar and so on. So we have the chart ID heading by default. Also I have subheading, is collapsible or not, content height, footer, and so on. Okay, also you can read more in here, but I want just show you an example with real data from the database, what the comment said. So let's see. Let's come here, and we have get options. We return an array with a chart type bar, and height is 300. We have a series and name is a basic bar chart, and data. Here we need to add real data from the database. We have 7, 10, 13, so 7 on January and February 10. So if I changed this to be, for example, 8, and here to be 11, you can see now we have 7 and 8 and 10, and now 8 and 11. Also the categories is January, February, March, and so on. Also these categories we need to make get from the database, or real data from the database. And to do that, I'm going to come down there, or we can do also in the here, but I prefer to do here. So I'm going to create a protected function, and I'm going to name it get products, stock data. Yes, sorry. And maybe data here, I think. Yeah, I don't need to return this thing, but what I want is first to get the products. I'm going to say $sign products to be able with product model, and I'm going to use query, and then on that query I'm going to order by name, and I'm going to call the get method here, but I'm going to specify what I need to get on, not the ID, but only the name and the stock. Yeah, so now I have the products. As I told you, I want to filter by categories. Now categories is going to be the name, so we have a name, laptop, and the stock. The data is going to be the stock, so how many stock we have for this product, and so on. So categories is going to be the name of the product. So, and we can do that by saying yeah, $sign. I'm going to say categories, yeah, products, look only the name, the array, and also data is going to say, or not just data, but maybe it's going to be stock data, and product block the stock. So we have categories and the data. Now this stock data is going to be in here where we have data. Okay, I think now we are okay. Let's return an array with categories and data, stock data. Yes, like this. And then let's go up here. So one more thing, we get one more time, we get the products query order by name, get name in the stock. So we get only the name in the stock, and then categories, we're going to filter by the name, get only the name, and then data, stock data, get the stock number, which is here. So for the laptop, we have stock 25. And now here we can say up here $sign data, this get product stock data. And let's jump here. And yeah, also, so here data, we add data, and the data we returned here, which is the stock data, and also categories, what we return the categories here, which is the name, product's name. Now if I save this, and let's see on the browser, go to dashboard, and yeah, now as you can see, now we have 4K monitor, we have 12. If I go here and 4K monitor, we have 12, as you can see, and laptop, keyboard, USB-C, and wireless mouse. This is how easy it is to get to work with the widgets with a real database. Next is to work with the next chart, which is the user chart, registration chart. Okay, also the same here. Let's change the title to be user registration, and also here I'm going to add the subheading, so protected, static, not description, but subheading. And let's see, yeah, number of user registrations. Now let's work with the data. We have that thing, but we need the same things. I'm going to create a protected function, get user registration. So what I'm going to do here now, let's go to the users. As I told you, I have 101 users. I'm going to go here, display the users here based on the month for 12 months from now. So here is going to be, for example, from December of 2024, January, February, and so on, and how many users have been registered on that month. Okay, so let's go and let's create first a months variable, which is going to be an empty array, and also $counts, which is going to be the same on empty array. Okay, so just to save some time, I paste the code here. I make a for each here, I11. So start from 0 to 11, we have 12 month, and the date is carbon now submonth. Start of month is date copy start of the month, and end of month date copy end of the month. And here count user where between created at start of the month and end of the month, get the count, and then the month is going to be date format my, and count is going to be the counts here. And now let's return months and count. Okay, and let's get now that data. So $sign data to be equal with this get user registration. Okay, and we can jump here on the data and say data counts. This is how many users are registered on that month, and then here instead of hard-coded months, we get data months. And if I save and just come here and refresh, yeah, now you can see from December 2024, then January 25 until now, which is November 25. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 months, 1 year. And this code was generated by the AI. I just asked the cloud and that made it for me. So now we have a user and also a product widgets from Filament using this Apex chart. Okay, so what you wanted. I think now we are okay. So displaying the real data with, you can change now the layout. So instead of bar, you can say line or area. So let's change that. We have here chart type the bar. We can say line here. And let's see. Refresh. And yeah, now we have line, as you can see. If you prefer this one or area, yeah, I'm going to leave it like this. Okay friends, that's it all about what I wanted to show you in this video, how we can work with this Apex Charts plugin, Filament plugin, how we can display real data from our database on the charts. Now, if you like such videos, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like the video and share with your friends, and see you in the next one. All the best. Thank you very much.